I used to have several sites. Now I kind of like the grower's edge. It gives me that cash max. You can tell it which markets you're looking for, and it will tell you what your highest net back is based on the price they're paying at that time and the basis that they're paying. And that's pretty handy because I don't have to go to so many different sites.
Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody Bills, this is Kevin McNew. Today is the 4th and we saw the market trading higher here with corn trading up 7.25 cents, soybeans up 12.5 cents, and wheat in Chicago here down only a half penny. Kevin, we had export sales earlier on in the trade session. Most of the night we were actually trading lower here, but export sales came out. Is that what moved us higher the rest of the day?
Yeah, that definitely got us out of the chute with a positive note. We saw corn sales that were above expectations. We saw bean sales above expectations. Both of those numbers came in well above analyst estimates, around 1.1 million metric tons in both cases. You know, soybeans was off from last week, but corn was substantially higher. So I think this was, definitely a stimulus for the morning trade and carried through to the rest of the day. On the wheat side, definitely on the low side of expectations. So there was nothing really for the wheat market to grab hold of and keep that bullish momentum.
Absolutely, and when you look at soybeans as well, or soy meal as well, we had very positive sales there. Analysts were only expecting between cancellations of 50 to 60,000 metric tons of actual sales. We came in with 226, so I think that helped move the soy complex a little bit higher. Let's talk a little bit about soybeans here, because there has been a lot of talk in the market about this head and shoulders pattern. It seems like it's something that that keeps being brought up by different analysts, and I wanted to kind of analyze it here today, because yesterday and the day before it almost looked as though we had a final confirmation that the pattern had been complete, that we broke the neckline. Well, we broke through that neckline right into the 50-day moving average, and it seemed as though we had a little bit of support from that. This morning, some fundamental news in terms of export sales that moved us higher, as a lot of this rally since the beginning of October has been demand driven. So here's another strong piece of demand here this morning, and that helped move us higher. One thing I want to warn traders about, and even hedgers about this, is that we did move across $10 today on the January soybean contract. So those that got short, thinking that this head and shoulders pattern has been completed, may be getting a little bit nervous as we cross back over $10. We may see some short covering. If we get up over 10.15 and close, you'll notice that this neckline that I drew, it has a little bit of a slope to it. So if we get over that 10.15, that could cause some more shorts to possibly start covering here, and maybe we could get some more upside potential. Bottom line is, I wouldn't say it is a failed pattern yet, but if we do get over 10.15, it almost has the feeling of a failed pattern, though fundamentally I do think there's a good chance we could move lower here in the next couple months. Kevin, we did have some news out of Canada here today. What did we see there?
Yeah, Stats Canada came out with a surprisingly higher wheat production number than what traders have been looking for. They came in at 29.3 million metric tons versus only 27.8 is what traders had been looking for. So that was a big 1.5 million metric ton change in the supply out of Canada. So I think that definitely weighed on the wheat market today. The other thing that's changing compared to where we were at the beginning of the week is the weather situation in the former Soviet Union of Ukraine and Russia is improving. So the threat that we were talking about at the first of the week in terms of winter kill and frost damage, those threats seem to be alleviating, at least for the time being. So I think the wheat market has sort of taken a back seat today, and we'll see if it gets any new life on Friday. But for right now, it's definitely sort of on the downside.
I tend to agree with that, especially earlier on in the session. It was trading lower. It was able to come back here by the close and finish off about where it opened up the trade session. But I think a lot of it was some support here from the other part of the grain complex. Guys, if you have any questions about what we talked about today, please give us a call. Our number is 877-472-4607. If you want a one-on-one walkthrough of our trading platform, I'd be happy to do that. Again, you can reach me at 877-472-4607. We'll see you Friday for the weekly wrap-up.